Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. So this morning I woke up and said, I feel like going live. So let's go live and let's see what happens today. So I woke up and, I'm just seeing the markets and everything else. And people are wondering, why is the market, not doing so well? And there are all kinds of things going on with that. There is the idea of, grayscale and outflows, inflows, that kind of thing. The truth is, I think the market is moving sideways because the United States has decided to go up against the SEC and the president. Yeah, we're going to veto that. I think that's why. So when I look at, everything going sideways for a little while, I think that's what's weighing on the markets at the moment. But there's still good news going on. Look at Injective. Injective has implemented an upgrade that will leverage Arbitrum's Orbit toolkit and create cross-chain interoperability between Cosmos, Solana, and Ethereum. That's huge. That was a hot, Injective was hot last year and early this year, and I think it's going to be hot again. So did I buy bag of Injective last night? No. Will I be buying a bag of Injective, let's say later on today? That's highly possible. Highly, highly possible. So the things that I'm looking at are, what chains are doing well? What chains do I expect to do well? Right? And that's how I'll get in. Good morning, Aaron Miller. Good morning to Sumanus, and good morning to Masuo Man. Good morning, D. Hughes. So when I look at everything, those are the kind of things I'm looking at. Something else that happened. In the United States, the FCC has decided we're going to restore the net neutrality rules. That's actually a bigger deal than what most people think, because it doesn't just affect Web 2, stuff. It also affects Web 3. So all those projects out there operating in the Web 3 space get to breathe a little bit easier. So I think that's actually really, really, really good news. And we should be paying attention to anything that's going to make it easier for people to be innovative in the space, introduce new projects, increase adoption, and otherwise increase trade across the space. That's really what we should be looking at. That's really how we should be saying to ourselves, what can we do, to increase just the knowledge of everything that's going on within crypto? So those are some of the things that I look at. Some is best. We can start now. I am here. That's funny. What else is going on? The SEC is still crying about thank you so much, Aaron Miller. Thank you so much for that. I greatly appreciate it. The idea that, we've got, the SEC going up against Ripple saying, hey, we want $2 billion. They've now filed paperwork to say that we think that the $10 million pushback from Ripple is a slap on the wrist. And they cited, and if you were on the members only call last night, you would have caught this. The call last night, we were discussing this kind of stuff, and I sit there and I just go, well, $10 million versus $2 billion. And they came up with all the reasons why they came up with that number and everything else. And I'm kind of like, that's cute. And the reason why the SEC is upset is because, well, they called out in their court filing the upcoming stablecoin, by Ripple. It's not even out yet. They're just talking about it, and they're still crying. And they put it in the legal documents. And they're saying they started in 2013 and they were doing all this stuff in 2013 and continue to do stuff. And I'm sitting there and I'm just saying to myself, you done lost your mind. You done definitely lost your mind. Guys, can you let me know if you can still hear and see me? Because apparently the stream might be getting a little bumpy. So I apologize for that. I'll try to make that better. I don't know why. I have gigabit speed in my house. So it's kind of, so that's something that we're looking. Not bueno. Sorry about that. We dropped off a little bit there. What I was going to say was normally we go through the numbers, and I guess when I go live, I really don't have to do that. I think what I need to do is upgrade my machine or actually clean it out. There's probably a whole bunch of stuff on there that I don't actually need. But looking at my notes, I'm still sitting here and I'm saying to myself, the SEC going up against Ripple, going up against OKX, going up against Kraken, going up against Coinbase, going up against Ethereum. All I don't know why, but I keep dropping. That's not good. And I know it's not my computer because I have more than enough resources, but so that's kind of strange. I'm glad you guys aren't dropping, but on my side, the stream was dropping. But when I look at the United States government and its concerted effort to go up against crypto, I'm having a major problem. He did. So somebody brought up that the former president, and has endorsed crypto, and it's because he wants to collect money via crypto too. He did. I'm not going to talk about politics on this channel because that's a very divisive topic. I'm just not going to get into it. Let's just say I have daughters. Simple as that. But I'm just looking at how governments around the world are looking at crypto and how they're interacting with crypto or not. I'm looking at, up and coming economies around the world embracing crypto, and I'm looking at established economies trying to get rid of crypto. And I want you to think about that huge difference between the two. What I believe is going to happen is we're going to stumble for a bit in the United States. And with that stumbling, we'll probably sit there and, watch companies leave the United States because of, the stifling of innovation. That's really what I think is going on. I think that some of us are not focused in the right space for crypto and not that much of a big deal. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I know my stream right now is buffer city, and I don't know why. Like I have gigabit speed going out, so I'm not sure why it's so bouncy. I'm definitely gonna have to look into that because it wasn't bouncy last night when I did the members only live. I do members only lives every night, and nothing was wrong with it. So I'm having a really big problem with that. So I'm gonna keep doing it because I kind of want to do lives in the morning because there's a lot of news that happens overnight. Sort of like how Binance is going up against Nigeria and calling out Nigeria for exactly what I thought it was, and it's bribes. It's bribes. I'm like calling it out there. Nigeria's got issues, and they're holding on to that Binance executive, and I don't think it's for good reasons. Now, something else that happened with regard to the SEC, they're actually stopping Exodus Wallet from being listed on the New York Stock Exchange because they want to review some more. The constant, impeding of innovation in this country is gonna be a problem for crypto. And my fear is we're gonna see too many companies leave. That's really what I'm thinking, is that we're gonna see a lot of companies leave with their people, with their money, taxes, with their innovation, and bring that to other countries. I mean, just think about that. When you have other countries literally teaching their kids, underdeveloped countries, or not underdeveloped, but underdeveloped economies, growing economies that are teaching their kids about crypto. You know what I mean? And we're here not teaching our kids about crypto, not teaching our kids about money management. I started this whole video series because I wanted to teach my kids about investment, whether it be in crypto, most of it in crypto, but crypto, real estate, business, all of that. I'm currently working on a deal with my son, so that he can get, expand his business. There's a lot, that happens. Somebody just asked me, Aaron just asked me, will I leave if it goes so bad? No. Well, I will say most likely not. It would have to go extremely bad. I mean, as you can tell, I'm an African American, so, things can get tense if certain people get elected into office, so I don't know about that. But money-wise, crypto-wise, would I leave? No. There are alternative methods to still being involved in crypto, even though you're not, even though you're still in the United States. So I'm not all too worried about it, but I am worried about the overall message that we're sending, out to the world. Stitch is going to lose his mind. My daughter's about to go to work, and he loses his mind every single time when she walks out the door. He does not like that. It's not fun for him. So yeah, when I look at, what's going on in crypto, what's going on in just everything around the world with regard to our space, I do worry about the stifling of innovation, right? When you look at Injectives, I mean, just as an example, if you look at Injective and how they're using, they're working with Arbitrum's, Orbit to bring interoperability across chains. Even the group that I'm involved in, the Metaverse Standards Forum, where we're looking at interoperability across the metaverse, that's not easy. None of this is easy. It requires some of the smartest minds to actually give it some thought, right? And so when I think about all of that and what's going on and what's not going on, I'm kind of like, we can ill afford to chase people out of the country with that kind of thought process. So when I look at, the fear and greed index hitting like 54 today, there are good reasons why. There are absolutely good reasons why. And I think what happened with the Congress in the United States voting to actually go up against the SEC and the president saying that, he's going to veto the bill, there's your, your problem right there, right? There's your problem right there. At least take a pragmatic approach in actual regulation and not just send out Wells notices to all these companies saying, we're going to take you to court. We're not going to tell you why we're taking you to court. We're not going to tell you how to fix anything to become. This is the worst. I can't understand why everything's dropping. We literally do a live every night. I'm definitely going to have to test this out and keep testing and see how it works. So I apologize greatly for this. And I'll probably just reshoot the video so that, you have a cleaner video that's up there. But this is what I'm looking at today. I mean, Injectives, innovation. We're looking at the FCC restoring net neutrality. We're looking at the SEC crying about Ripple still, and I don't think they're going to win the case. Ultimately, I don't think they're going to win the case, and I think that's why Ripple is so bold and saying, we'll give you 10 million instead of the 2 billion. Aaron, we will not be a country of meme coins. We will not. I hate to do this, but I'm not a big fan of meme coins, right? I'm really not. Do I own a bag of Doge? Used to. I think my son still does. But I don't know that I can call Doge a meme coin anymore, considering how much it gets used outside the United States. I think within the United States, we're so closed off from the rest of the world in terms of crypto and people understanding if it's being used. But to be in the top 10 coins, you have to have a good amount of trade volume, right? Because that's what affects your market cap, all that good stuff. So when I look at, the top 10 coins, including Doge, I can't really call Doge a meme coin anymore, considering how long it's been there, how big it is. You know what I mean? Then you have Shiba Inu, who we all know started as a meme coin, but then went from meme to actually doing something. Excuse me. And just look at everything that they've got going on, and you sit there and you kind of go, okay, not really a meme, right? Now, what's interesting is Van Eck has decided they're going to create an index, a meme coin index. What? Yeah. So a meme coin index, and it includes Doge, Shiba Inu, I think Bonk, Pepe, I think Dog with Hat. So you've got a lot of meme coins in that index. I'm actually going to go look it up. Am I going to invest in it? Heck no. No, I'm not. Right? It doesn't mean that I won't invest in meme coins. I think meme coins are a way for people, that know what they're doing to make money. I teach people all the time. Well, I don't teach them, but I show them all the time is I pay attention to the rhythm of the meme coins, right? I look at a meme coin, I analyze that meme coin, and I pay attention to that meme coin's rhythm. When I think it's going to go up, when I think it's going to go down, what was news around it. Like Pepe took a nosedive because of all of the internal strife. But after that, it's come back. So I'm kind of like, all right, look, I can go back to looking at its rhythm again. I was looking at the rhythm of dog with hat. So what I do, I bought a bit, right? Come here, Stitchy. I bought a bag of it and said, all right, cool. That's what I'm going to do. I looked at Toncoin, which is not a meme. People get that one mixed up, and it's not a meme because Toncoin is being used as the growing ecosystem, growing economic ecosystem for Telegram. So products, services, all that gonna use Toncoin. So you've got, I think they've got like, so 990 million accounts, something like that. Can't be mad at that. Cannot be mad at that. So I'm just watching watching my whatchamacallit, the CPU on my machine, see if it bounces and all that good stuff. So when I look at meme coins, I'm kind of like, God, if I want to make money, do I invest in memes? Yes. But how do I play memes? I trade them. Right? I'm not trying to hold on to a meme. I'm not trying to get stuck out there holding a bag of a meme that's gone nowhere. Right? So I pay attention to that rhythm. I try to hit it when it's low, sell it when it's high. So I bought a bit of dog with hat. I definitely bought some ton. It's not a meme, but I wanted to explain to you guys why it's not a meme. Bought some of that. I bought a big bag of ton actually. I went on a little bit of a buying spree last night, snatched up some Near, bought some more Solana, of course added to Bitcoin because Bitcoin for me is going to be utilized and leveraged in a completely different way than other things, right? I can leverage Bitcoin. I can't really leverage other coins. I can use other coins, but I can't really leverage them. So that's why I could just continue. Whenever I have money, I just drop the greater percentage into Bitcoin and I divide up the remaining percentage across anything else I want to get into with regard to crypto. On a larger scale, I'm saying I've got these investment avenues, right? I've got these investment vehicles, real estate, businesses, crypto, and I say, okay, what's the percentage that I'm going to drop into each? And then from there, I determine what I'm going to do. Hey, Stitchy, I know you want to go out in a little while. He wants to eat and he wants to go out. He's letting me know that I'm running a little bit late today, but it's all right. He'll be okay. He's got tons of food upstairs. He just wants his chicken. So Stitch is a little bit bougie. I run over to Costco and we buy him rotisserie chicken. We slice that up every morning, every night. So he has a little bit of something extra along with his other food. So he's fine. He's not fat. He's definitely not fat. He's fine. He's just like, we normally eat at this time. I want my food. But anyway, when I look at everything, when I look at how the government's stepping in, when I look at, innovation being stifled a little bit, that's really what I'm paying attention to. That's really what I'm noticing. The other part that I'm noticing, and that's on the negative side, I know that's on the negative side, but what I also pay attention to is anything that's going to move the market toward greater adoption. So when I look at institutions putting in, different things for, settlements, like last night we were talking about how MasterCard is working with Visa, TD Bank, Wells Fargo, Citi, JP Morgan, Swift. So it's big to introduce a fast settlements situation that's based on blockchain. Now, here's the question, and I haven't been able to find the research out there just yet to answer this question. Swift is in bed with Chainlink and Chainlink's CCIP. I'm wondering if that new settlement situation is based on Chainlink. Now, they did not say what blockchain technology they're using because, JP Morgan's involved and JP Morgan has JP coin, or it's either JP coin or JPM coin, but they have their own coin that's also used for similar things and it's private to JP Morgan, but I don't know if they're saying, well, we might be able to use that in this situation. And I don't know if other banks would want to be involved in that. So maybe it is a separate blockchain, but we'll see. Because I'm sure it's going to come out at some point as to what blockchain they're using. And that's what I find to be interesting. Because what's going on is, what that tells you is, they're laying out different infrastructure to support and leverage crypto technology. On the retail side, we're looking at, I own a web hosting company. More and more e-commerce companies are coming to us saying, hey, can we, host our website on your platform and accept credit cards, crypto, and PayPal? And I'm like, yeah, we could definitely do that. And I'm getting more and more of those calls. And that's what's interesting to me. Anything that's driving adoption. William, I feel the government everywhere. Yeah. You could say this is by design, but if you look at the governments that are involved, I know you're looking pathetic. I know. The governments everywhere are actually cracking down on crypto. But again, if you're looking at, emerging technologies, emerging, governments, emerging economies, rather, you start to sit there and you kind of go, but they're not. They're embracing it. Why? Because they already know that their fiat is going to suffer or is already suffering. Might as well make that move over to crypto. I'm just saying. El Salvador, Venezuela tried it, but, they're not going to be able to sell that oil, and use Tether, because Tether was like, nope, we're not trying to diss the United States. You've got sanctions. We're not doing that. They're going to shut down those wallets. But when you look at emerging economies out there, Brazil, they're embracing of crypto. Now, what's really crazy is when you look at those economies and you look at, the next level up economies, United States, Japan, all these different places, you sit there and go, why are you guys fighting it so much? What's the problem? Not understanding. A lot of people are saying that. So when I look at the governments fighting everybody, I just sit back and I just go, the more you squeeze, the more it slips between the cracks of your fingers, right? Because if you look at the United States and you say, well, they're chasing out almost all of the foreign exchanges. Look at all the foreign exchanges that used to be here, and then look at that list now. Shrinking. MEXC can't be here. KuCoin can't be here. If you want to use those, there are ways that you can use those, right? But you can't use them right now. That's a problem. That really is a problem. So when I tell people, how I'm doing crypto, I'm looking at crypto and I'm saying it's not going to go away in the United States. I think the government is going to try. They're going to try a little bit longer, and then they're going to find that they cannot get rid of it. You can't get rid of something that's, grown because of economic turmoil. Everybody thinks that, everything started with Bitcoin. It didn't. It started in the 1980s and 1990s with David Chaum and, DigiCash. And then it was, Wei Dai, who continued that with, BitGold. And then came, during our crash in 2008, then came Bitcoin. That's how that all happened. So when I look at everybody and they go, and they're just out there just buying crypto willy-nilly, they don't understand the foundational understanding, they don't have a foundational understanding of crypto, I kind of go, I wish you did. Because then you'd understand why decentralization is such a big deal. You'll understand why people look at coins that aren't decentralized, right? Not decentralized enough, and why they walk away like me. I won't look at internet computer company, whatever protocol, ICP. I won't look at it. It's not decentralized enough. And I don't know that they're trying to go that way. So I'm like, I'm good off that. I'm looking for decentralization. I'm looking for community around a coin. I'm looking for use cases for a coin. Those are the things that I'm looking for that I believe are going to drive adoption. If you don't have those things, not to say that you're not going to be successful, but it gets away from the reason why, Bitcoin has been successful and why decentralization is such a big deal. Good morning. Go Fatima. I don't know how to pronounce that. Go Fit. I think it's Go Fit. I think you're a fitness person. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry. But that's what I'm looking at right now. Last question. What's your opinion on SUI? Ooh. I don't have an opinion on SUI. It didn't fall into my parameters at this juncture for me to actually go research. I have nothing against SUI. What I'm feeling right now is positive off of what I have heard about SUI. But if I recall properly, they've got a token unlock that's coming up soon. It shouldn't be hit too hard. It should be all right. But I haven't done enough research to see if I want to invest in it. Right? There's nothing wrong with it. It's not an immediate, no, I don't like SUI. It's not like that. It's just I haven't made the determination on if I want to invest. So if it's made it that far, it's not a negative review. It's just I haven't done enough research to invest in it myself. Others have invested in it. They've done well. Do I think it's up and coming and emerging? I wouldn't be able to answer that question because I haven't taken a deep dive into their use cases, right? Like, why would I be using SUI? So back to the idea of Toncoin. Toncoin has got Cortez. What's up, my brother? SUI is over here, right? And I don't understand its use case. I have to dive into that. But looking at Toncoin, what was my reason? And I can't stand Telegram. I hate Telegram because of it's such a good platform, but it's leveraged by so many nefarious people that I just can't stand it. Like even on YouTube, sometimes I'll get somebody who, likes what I'm doing. And then I think they like what I'm doing and it's a bot. And then it'll be trailed by like 20 other bots that's promoting somebody on Telegram. And it's another scam. And I'm like, I have to sit there and I have to go delete all those because I don't want you guys, falling victim to that stuff. But I think that's because it's the success of that platform. And if you're looking at Toncoin, I'm not being paid by Telegram. I'm not being paid by Toncoin or anything like that. So we're good. But if you're looking at a use case, they've got a built-in use case. The economy of Telegram is going to be Toncoin. And what? They're approaching 1 billion users, 1 billion accounts. There's your use case. So I'm always looking at what's the use case for a given project, right? So a new project comes on, the first thing I do is, okay, what are you doing? Who's involved? I get to the who, right? Who's involved? Have they been involved in anything else? What they were involved in, if they have, was it good? Yes, Toncoin. Ton as in Nancy. So when I look at that, I'm kind of like, okay, so the people are okay. They've got a little bit of experience. They're not associated with rug pulls or anything else. They've got a little bit of a history. You know what I mean? Looking for stuff like that. I'm looking for the community around it. And then I start digging into, well, what's your use case? What space do you fall into? Are you in DPINs, right? Decentralized physical infrastructure networks. That's basically your underlying technology about what's going on. So when I look at that, what do I have? What are you doing? How's that working out, right? What if that use case is good, or maybe you have several use cases, you sit back and you go, oh, okay. So like look at VeChain. VeChain, specializes in sustainability, and they started off with supply chain, something they mastered before they started getting into sustainability. That's what we're talking about. I'm not going to read that. Hodl the door. I'm not going to read that, but it was funny as hell. But when I look at use cases, it's a very big deal, right? Meme coins have zero use case. Zero use case. You know what they've got? I've got a cool name. Dog with hat. Okay. Costco hot dog. All right. Pepe. Okay. Bonk. All right. There are a few others that are a little bit more racy, and I'm trying not to go down that road. But when I look at those, I sit there and go, you've got nothing but a name. You've got no use cases. You've got nothing else going on, right? You're just there for the name. You're just there, for the money. So then I start looking at, well, how many of your coins are there in existence? How many of your coins are out there circulating? What's that percentage? And if that percentage is too low, I'm expecting a rug pull. That's straight up. I'm expecting a rug pull, right? Now, if that percentage is good, you created this many coins and you put this many coins out there, you only hold a little bit for yourself. Okay, I might start looking at you. From a meme coin perspective, right? Like to know what I read daily to keep up? Oh my God. That list is long. That list is really, really long. I read everything. I have to read everything. It's a part of my job. So when I'm reading for crypto, I'm reading The Block, CoinDesk, just every magazine that you can go out there. What I really try to do is I try to find a news aggregator like Live Coin Watch, where I get samplings from each space. And what I do is every so often, probably like once a week, once every other week, I'll go to those news aggregators. Market Watch does the same thing. And I'll look at everybody that's providing news to that platform, right? And I go, okay. And hopefully you guys will start to see grow my bag on a couple of those aggregators. We're working on that right now. But you start to look at all those, and then you start to evaluate each one of those sources. Do they print articles that read, oh, Solana's up, and that's why this other coin is doing so well? Wait a minute. No, you're not talking about Solana. You're trying to pimp that other coin. That's an immediate red flag to me. So if I see enough of those articles for a given space, they're immediately off the list, right? It's hard to even get on the list. So you're on a temporary list for evaluation, and as soon as I see that, boom, you're done. Because that means you're not really looking at, the articles that you're producing. You're really just out there to promote projects. I'm not in here to promote projects. I'm looking for news, right? And I look for news all over the place. I dig for news. And once I find a news article, I'm looking to see if it's corroborated someplace else. So it's not just about what you read, it's how you evaluate, right? I hope that answers your question. You still want it. Want which? Got to finish that sentence for me. Want which? Meme coins are just for profits if you're fortunate to get in early before it pumps and it is rugged. Possible, but there are other ways. If you're dealing with a popular meme coin, let's take Dog with Hat, Bonk, Pepe, any one of the bigger ones that are out there. I hear you when you say, oh, you could take $10 and drop them in different memes when they've got 50 million zeros, point and then 50 million zeros and then a number. You could do that. You might get lucky. Or you can say, you know what? I'm going to play the bounce game. Years ago, I used to work with a guy, and he specialized in 5 stocks. And he specialized in those 5 stocks based on their volatility levels. And he was all about the volatility. If they were volatile, that's all he cared about, because he would just play the rhythm. And I'm like, one year he made enough money to go on an African safari, and I'm like, it worked for him. So I take that same idea and I look at crypto, and I do the same thing for meme coins. I'm looking for the rhythm. No matter what stage they're in, pre-pump, after pump, all that stuff, depending on the criteria, if I'm good enough to put money in, I'm always looking for that rhythm. There you have it. Any other questions before we sign off today? You've been on for not that long. We actually have been on long. If you notice, I stopped buffering, so I was mucking around a little bit, but I don't think it was me. I really don't think it was me. I think it was my internet here, hit a little bit of a problem, but so far so good for a while now. Hold the door. You're funny as hell. I will say this though. I will end with a couple of things. One, I hate to do this to you guys, but I did write a book to actually give you foundations on crypto, what it means, all the different things out there, NFTs, the origins of crypto, all that stuff, to give you a foundational understanding about what crypto is and why it's so important. The other thing I will say is I give a private live stream every night at 8 p.m. to members only. So if you're not a member yet, you should hop on that stream. And if you're a member and you can't catch the live stream, you have access to that stream, after it's been recorded too, because you're a member. Members normally get answers first as well. They get prioritization over everything. So I hope that you do hit the like button, follow me, and definitely, become a member. It really helps me out, really helps us keep this going and everything else. So anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. Visit the website. We've got a lot of stuff going on, and we've got more coming. Pretty soon, you're going to see us on bigger screens. I hope you guys have a great one, and I hope I was able to help. If I was, let me know. If when you hold it up, show the cover. I did show the cover. Can you see the cover? Crypto Foundations for Building Multi-Generational Wealth. Sorry about that. I forgot. I'm also on Instagram. So if I show the cover over here, nobody on Instagram could see it. So I've got to be dead in front of the camera. So I apologize for that. But yeah, I give those private live streams every day at 8 p.m. Sometimes we open it up to the public on Fridays for Friday flips. But the difference on Fridays is only members can actually chime in. Right? Everybody would be able to listen, but only members can chime in sometimes. We're trying different things to see what works. And let me know. If I'm doing a good job, let me know. If I'm doing a bad job and you have ideas about how I can do better, let me know. I already know about my bandwidth, so I don't want to hear any noise about that. My bandwidth is fine. It's just the network at that moment was messing up, but I think we have it licked right now. What else is there? That's it. We'll have more news later on tonight during our live stream. I'm expecting some news to hit the wires today. And I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.